All right, y'all, we're closing in on being 12 hours away from the reveal itself. At 3 a.m. Pacific time tomorrow, 6 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow, we are going to be getting the actual reveals with the full details for the new LR Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and LR Omega Shenron. On top of that, based off of the upcoming schedule, again, this pan is very much so the banner unit, it seems like, because she is awakening with these new Omega Shenron Dokkan Fest medals. We do know that Omega Shenron is indeed the Dokkan Festival character because that was leaked like a while ago. But with that in mind, I feel like again, the banners will drop, of course, alongside the banner unit pan, which looks to be 3 hours after the live stream. So whatever that time the live stream is for you, 3 hours after should be when the new characters drop, unless they also go ahead and like change the banner time with the data download that includes the new characters. Not entirely impossible to consider, but I would not assume anything. Like 100%. I just feel like a very good chance that they drop the characters at this time and the data downloads after the stream. But I guess theoretically, what they could do is they could do a data download during the stream, like in the middle of it, and then the characters drop during the stream. They have done that in the past in certain points. It's not a consistent thing. It rarely happens, but this, I mean, maybe they're throwing us off with this and they're like, we know, we know, you know what I mean? But anyways, Axe Twitter, final predictions for the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and LR Omega. And in this video, we're just going to be talking about a bunch of different things, really. We're going to be talking about typing for the new LRs. I think we're also going to be talking about, you know, just recapping leader skills, link set, things like that, right? And I think, you know, just to start things off with Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, actually, you know, I should bring up Saiyan 4 just because I want to bring up this character. Again, I think it's very likely that the new Gogeta has the exact same link set as this character, except this character might not have Saiyan Roar. I feel like it'd be really ideal for this character to have Saiyan Roar, but given that he is just starting off as Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, I'm just not really sure, because like, okay, is there another fused fighter character that doesn't have, like, you know, an actual, like, fusion that doesn't have the fused fighter link besides, what's it called? Let me actually bring up the category fused fighter, right? Is there another character that doesn't have the fused fighters link that's like a Vegito or a Gogeta? I don't think that is actually the case. So with that in mind, I'm thinking that again, this guy will actually get the fused fighters link. It just makes a lot of sense to me. Now, what I think might be removed is Kamehameha. So far, we haven't seen that Gogeta does do a Kamehameha. It would maybe be a little unfortunate that he's not gonna be on the Kamehameha category if that's the case, but it's not like this category has like a new leader right now that's like, oh, really important to use anyways. And there's not really a leader skill that's like a 220% leader skill that, you know, would be important for this guy outside of like this guy's leader skill, but both fused fighters and GT heroes. I'm assuming this new Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta will lead GT heroes anyways. Like, he'll be like leading this team, but then we have 3 fused fighters leaders now that Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta would fit on pretty much all of these teams. So not really the biggest deal if he's not a Kamehameha. Again, there are obviously a bunch of Super Saiyan 4 characters that do have it, but it's not like, you know, super mega common. Like, again, it's this guy, then this LR here. AGL Super Saiyan 4 Goku, of course, does fit that as well, and he does have his limited time buffs. I just feel like maybe they might want to give him fusion fighters just because he is a standalone Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. But again, who knows for sure? I mean, this guy technically should have prepared for battle. They did give him Saiyan Roar, though. I feel like, again, it's probably going to be more important that they have Saiyan Roar in this character than not to have Saiyan Roar, especially as a GT character. I think it will be really important for him to have Saiyan Roar just because you know, guess what? A lot of the best Super Saiyan 4 characters are from GT, and at least on GT Heroes, like there's a lot of Super Saiyan 4 characters, and there will always be a lot of Super Saiyan 4 characters. So that's why we do really want this guy to have the Saiyan Roar link, especially because I'm assuming like Daima Super Saiyan 4 Goku, like both the mini and adult version, will also have Saiyan Roar. It just makes a lot of sense. Now with Omega Shenron, there's not really too much talk about his link set either. If we bring up Omega here, like I think his link set will be pretty much the same. I'm not really expecting any changes, nor do I think he really needs changes. Again, I talked about like Fear and Faith being one link they maybe could change if, again, this is an if, like there is Sin Shenron does do the ×10 Kamehameha, which is really funny. If they give him that, he could theoretically have Kamehameha. And then if they keep this guy with like just the same links and don't give him fused fighters, I mean, they would actually share a couple of links. Funny enough, they would share Kamehameha, GT, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power. Like if Omega's like a grade 8 power leader, and it would, oh, not grade 8 power, what the hell am I talking about? A Shadow Dragon Saga leader, almost a GT leader. God, I wish there was a GT category. I mean, if they give Omega like a GT category leader skill, that would be really awesome too. But yeah, I mean, that's really, that would be pretty cool. That would also be nice for this guy because he has Kamehameha too. Like, you know, if they do that, but it's not really a necessity. I feel like Fear and Faith would just be a better link. It is a generally good villain key link, right? And again, like I believe in Janemba has Fear and Faith too. Like Fear and Faith is overall good. So I don't really expect any changes to this guy's link set specifically. I think his link set will stay exactly the same as it is right now, which is a good link set, of course. Now, leader skill, again, I already talked about Gogeta being a GT Heroes leader. I think Omega, we'll have to wait and see. His intro seems to be the same as LR Omega. So I could see transformation boost actually. And let me bring up, I have to bring up Omega again. I shouldn't have closed the tab. But I could see him leading transformation boost. Transformation boost would be a really, really nice team if he does have the leader skill, which again, the intro seems to be this very similar to LR, this LR Omega's intro animation, where he again powers up with all the Dragon Balls being in. So it could be just the same thing where they're like, hey, let's make sure this guy actually does fit onto the category. This shot specifically was in the trailer, so I could very easily see again Omega Shenron kind of having the transformation boost category with that. And there hasn't been a new transformation boost category this year since we got the new leaders. Wow, I can't talk. Since we got the new leader skill kind of thing, there hasn't been a transformation boost leader. And you know, there are some villains here like Janemba, the Cells, with Power Frieza, Buhan, and I'm sure like EZAs in the future that could come, such as, you know, obviously Age Omega would fit that clearly. I think is Super 17 on this? I don't think he is. No, Super 17 is not on this leader scope, but not that it would be a big deal. But yeah, imagine like GT transformation boost and then something like Inhuman Deeds or Battle Fate, and then like Inhuman Deeds and then GT bosses get the extra buffs. That could be really cool. That'd be really, really cool. Or again, like maybe Battle Fate and then Inhuman Deeds gets the buff. That'd be also really nice. You know, I don't think the Rose clones are in Battle Fate though, huh? They're not for sure, because it's only like Fusion of Zamasu. From like Fusion of Zamasu onward is where we have the Battle Fate characters. But yeah, I think Omega seems like he's going to be a potentially really nice leader. Again, I'm fingers crossing that they do a GT category, man. Now, in terms of what these guys do, I'm not really sure. I think, again, Gogeta will be probably more basic than good. I'm thinking what they'll probably do for Gogeta is they'll overshoot it rather than undershoot him, just because it is like the first LR standalone Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta ever. So I could very easily see them again. I mean, make this guy like they are pushing this guy hard to Gogeta. So like make him the Beast Gohan of this year. Mega defensive tank, like slot 1 character, but also, you know, more modernized damage at the same time. Like literally just make him do everything, I guess, right? You know, that's pretty much what I'm saying. Just make him do everything. And then one thing interesting thing that I saw people talk about with this guy is, you know, he has the plus energy emission. I think that very easily he could have, like, you know, where he has the positive energy. And then his active skill, it is the Dragon Fist, but what if it also does remove allies' negative effects, or he has some sort of ability where he removes allies' negative status? We saw the Gogeta from the 10th anniversary, he has this ability, but we also see Tapion and Minosha have this ability too, where again, Gogeta on himself, he does nullify enemies negative statuses, right? Nullifies negative statuses. So like, you know, if he's locked, if he's sealed, anything like that, he does actually nullify. I don't know why, by the way. Anyone notice that the Dokkan info like card art animations just start to get so fast after a certain point of like playing all of them? It's very funny. Now Tapion and Minosha has this on their active skill for all allies. I feel like maybe like again for an active score, it's like for the first 3 turns nullifies GT Heroes category allies negative effects or something. Like that could be what I see with the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, and that would make him very oppressive and have him like have his foot in the door as like a like a really kind of unique character to bring onto the team, right? And it's something where it's like, okay, even if he's not like in a year or two not as good as he, you know, once at his prime, he would still have an option on the GT Heroes team for the unique option of having that negative status effect removal, right? So yeah, that's kind of the idea there. Now, I think beyond that with Omega, just make him busted as well. I mean, villains definitely will just love busted characters. I mean, Goku Black and Zamasu are really good, but Omega I could see being the debuff king. Omega, what they really need to do for him, I don't know why I closed this tab and then opened this one. They need to make this guy have an option to remove the enemy's ability to be debuffed, right? Because again, they are essentially just essentially a status effect, their immunity, and we have seen characters do this. Specifically, I think the biggest, most ideal option is this tech Ultra Instinct Sengoku. What this guy does is he can nullify attacks that are guaranteed to hit, making it impossible to evade these attacks. But attacks that are guaranteed to hit is a status. Characters can have that status, but bosses can also have the status, right? Funny enough, superclass enemies could also do it. So like dodging bosses would be able to actually dodge your attacks now, which is really funny with that. But again, extreme class allies, and just remove the enemies part, who's like, you know, who cares, right? Can nullify attacks, can nullify what's it called, enemies immunity to attack lore, making it possible to inflict the status, right, of attack lore. I think that would make Omega really good, like insanely good with the GT bosses team. And again, it could be maybe only like if there's a GT bosses ally in the rotation, all allies can inflict debuffs, or if there's like 3 or more GT bosses allies or something. Like you guys can get what I mean. I don't think it would be something where it's like a super easy restriction, but I don't think they would make it like impossible to get. Even if it is restricted to just like Omega's team, that is fine too, because of how powerful an ability is. You guys, like, attack lowering is insanely potent. So even just giving an ability like that where you could remove like the enemy's immunity to being attack lowered could be insane. But I think that's really what they need to make this Omega stand out. And it would help. I mean, if he's gonna lead a team like GT bosses, like that's what they need. Like that's what this kind of team needs, like the attack lowering ability. Like S tier Omega Super EZA could have shine. I would say, you know, this LR Omega would potentially be usable as well. The Shadow Dragons could also EZA, and again, they want attack or defense lowered enemies. They do lower attack there. They do lower attack on their 18 key. Like, I'm assuming these guys will EZA. Obviously, they also give a debuff on the 7th turn. Again, like GG bosses has always been filled with debuff type characters, so I would really like to see that. I believe Super 17 is also on his active skill, yeah, Lowers attack and defense by 17% for 1 turn. He doesn't lower attack on the super attack effects. They could always add that. Like, greatly raise attack and defense for 1 turn. Great lowers attack and defense. Raises attack and defense for 1 turn. Lowers attack and defense. And then do this. Like, they can make him also a debuffing type character. That could be really cool. But yeah, those are kind of just my general hopes for the 2 characters. Unfortunately, they didn't really have time to make full fleshed out concepts. And I think, you know, that's okay at the end of the day, because we're going to be reading some of the responses here to this tweet I made about, like, hey, you know, what do you guys want to see for Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta Mecha? These posts recently have been, like, getting very funny responses where it's like, I'll explain it. Give him 6,000% attack, and then make him do 16 additional super attacks, and then also, you know, you guys get the point. I can't even finish my sentence when I'm making a hypothetical. That's how. I'm cooked. I'm cooked. Anyways, let's take a look at some of these replies here. I don't know how many replies I have. It doesn't show it. We got 54 replies. Okay, good amount. Let's see. Quote tweets to be released. That would suck. That's the only quote tweet. To be released would. Anyways, let's continue on. Busted. Big muscles, multiple balls, and STR. Yeah, I guess typing. I forgot to talk about typing. I mean, okay, let's take a look at the typing for both super class and extreme class. Because what Dokkan is doing is they released a ton of STR characters. STR Blue Goku, STR Goku Black, STR Pan, STR Nova. Champa's AGL though. So what I was thinking is, like, what if the Part 2 LRs are both AGL? I do not know if I would like that though. Like, okay, we take a look here at this release date EZA. Let's take a look at just LRs and then AGL Superclass. Let's see. So this year we got an AGL Carnival LR, an AGL DFE LR for the 10th anniversary. Year before we had AGL Jiren, but then before that, the last one was 2021. So, you know, Super AGL in terms of LRs has been getting more recently. So I feel like maybe Super AGL might not be necessary. What about Extreme AGL? I'm sure it's not as many. We did get AGL Broly for the 9th anniversary, full power Frieza. Okay. Let's take a look here at Tech. Yeah, again, Tech, we got Carnival, Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, Tech, Super Vegito, so Extreme Tech. Grade A Vegeta from the 7th anniversary. Oh wait, no, okay. Easy A. Right. Tech Broly, okay. Which is last worldwide. Again, we know Int was yeah, Goku Frieza, Int Broly, Frieza's Monsters EZA recently. Int though, oh my god. Super Saiyan Trio, Gammas. Yeah, dude, 9th anniversary. Yeah, 9th anniversary. Wow. For Super Class? That's the last LR release? Wow. STR. Obviously, we've had multiple STR Dokkan Fest LRs. Super Saiyan 3, yeah, dude. Ints. Oh my goodness. What is Extreme Int looking like? Again, yeah, we had Goku Frieza this year. I guess he is technically also a Super Int character. Extreme STR, we just got Tien. We got Goku Black. Physical. Oh my goodness. Whoa. I forgot about this, dude. These are all easy A. Oh, okay. Maybe physical would be good, actually. I mean, Carnival LR, Yellow Carnival LR, Dokkan Fest LR. Yeah, then, yeah. I'm thinking physical. Physical would be good typing for both of them. You know, there is a physical Omega, and there is also technically a physical Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, but I think physical or Int. Yeah, I mean, if they want to do a typing that's not existing, though, it would probably be, no, STR, we have an STR Omega. I don't know. That's it. That's also considering they make them both the same typing. Ideally, in an ideal world, it's like extreme physical or mega. I think would be really good for his typing. And then Super Int Gogeta. Hopefully. But yeah, we'll see what they do. We'll see what they do. Because like AGL, I don't really think AGL like needs it like that. I mean, they could always just do EGO. Like, realistically, the typing, like, they could do whatever they want. It doesn't really matter too much, but it sort of does at the same time to have an equal level. We're getting more missions that have, you have to run one of each type character. Like, we're getting a lot of missions like that this year, more than you would think. And it's always going to exist, like, run one character of each type. So basically, being able to have like a full consistent roster of each type for each type typing is really important. And again, you know, we were only looking at easy like LRs, but still. Roadie concept for Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Let's take a look here. Again, I don't agree with a lot of Roadie's takes, but I have liked Roadie's concepts the past few videos, funny enough. So let's go ahead and take a look at what this guy's doing. Again, I agree, GT Heroes is kind of what I'm thinking. Ultra Super Final Shine Kamehameha. Okay, so Kamehameha there. Massively raised attack for 4 turns. Mega Colossal damage. You know, if you see an LR nowadays that just has a massively raised attack, you know he's gonna be good for some reason. Like, they're gonna make up for him not having that defense on the super attack effect. Again, even with Tao, you see like they made up for that. So okay. Let's continue to take a look here. Superclass allies 10% reduction, self-excluded. Okay, that's overpowered. A stacking on the normal super fusion waltz. 20% attack and defense raise permanently. Mega Colossal on the 12 key as well. And lowers attack. Again, lowering attack is pretty prominent right now. Activates the entrance animation. P4 and 40% reduction for 1 turn. All allies get 40% defense. Super effective for 4 turns. To all allies, okay. It then launches an additional super attack for 7 turns. Pulse Sentry, basic effects, 240% attack and defense key for 40% reduction plus guard. Again, the basic stuff. He's also super effective and it has key 2 in addition for key sphere. If there's a greater power fuse fighters ally in the same turn, Scouter. When all allies attack in the same turn are superclass immune to negative status effects. Makes sense to me, honestly, for something like that to happen. For every attack performed, 4% reduction for 4 turns, and extreme class enemies attack minus 10% for 4 turns. Usually attack debuffs are at most 3 turns. So this is definitely a big change. Again, especially like this guy, like, you know, maybe he's not as strong as the Slot 1 character in the future, but enemies are still debuffable. Like, you can float them off and this would still stack over to the next turn, right? Every time the character performs 4 more supers in battle, superclass allies 10% attack and defense in battle. It says in battle specifically, so that means that even when he's off rotation, to 40%. 44% defense when receiving an attack for each 4 key. Again, kind of similar to Count Khalifa. Not as high, but I mean, this guy has guard and damage reduction, so. When attacking when keys 14 or higher, 100% attack, additional super attack. Same effect at 20 key. When receiving a super, high chance to nullify and counter with Ferocious Power. Again, Ferocious Power is the new, like, it's the 4 times multiplier, right? Once only, he'll nullify and counter it, and delays enemy attack when there's an extreme class enemy. Okay, that's busted. So what happens is, since he'll delay the enemy attack after he counters, that means the next turn, the boss isn't going to super attack, if I'm not mistaken. Which is pretty busted. When HP is 50% or below, once only, damage reduction rate 14% when receiving an attack. Okay. If he's low HP. Active skill, 400% attack temporarily, ultimate damage. Support, 14% for 4 turns, super class. Yeah, again, what's the word? The Beast Gohan ability, literally, I don't know why I can't remember. A target skill. Intercept enemy attack, 40% attack himself. And then, after performing former supers, which again, he's gonna be able to get that potentially just turn 1. No, he will get that turn 1 if he attacks all of his attacks, so yeah. Busted design. I mean, this is what we want to see. Something just like stupidly busted. Gogeta won't have Kamehameha. Again, I was literally talking about this. I think it's possible he won't have it. Super Saiyan Shocking Speed, Fuse Fighter, Saiyan Roar, GT, Fuse Battle, Legendary Power. Again, because Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, the LR does do the Kamehameha, right? Okay, we'll bring up Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta. Like, the LR does actually do the Kamehameha right here in his 12 key. clone Kamehameha and the Big Bang Kamehameha, but he might have different animations. Again, we know he does a Dragon Fist. I feel like he still will probably do the Kamehameha, but they might not give that to him and let him do Fuse Fighter. We'll see what they do. Good kits, yes. Gogeta Super Class and Omega Extreme Class. Dude, what if we get the first Super Class Omega and it's like Deborah, where he's like Angel Deborah? You know what I mean? Like you guys get what I mean? Like the gay Deborah. This guy right here. The GOAT. Him and his husband Pycon. This is so fun. I love this. Deborah Angel character is very fun in the community. Another character who wants debuffs. Look at that. That's why we should just get more like events that are not able to be debuffed. I think that'd be nice. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Yeah, again, this is it's high quality. What? I've never seen this card high quality. Ever. It's okay. Sure. Not related, but you do suspect a part 3? Given they said Daima Vegeta will return on the banner with the bait, that bait banner with Slug, Taikyu, Ibro, there's also available. I mean, okay, I wouldn't say part 3, but when it comes to that, I do think that there's going to be an EX part. Technically part 3. I don't think it's going to be during part 3. I think it's going to be, again, we know that the global anniversary, global Dokkan celebration, whatever you want to call it, ends on like the 11th, if I'm not mistaken. When do the banners leave? Does it say it here specifically? I don't think it says it here unless I'm blind. But let me bring up a global Dokkan info, because I know it's on here. Yeah, on the the discounts in on the 23rd, but the ticket summon, yeah, ends on, well, this one ends on 18th. Okay, well, it's not telling me. I could find the news, I guess. This right here. Again, the banners leave on the 11th. So I'm thinking what's going to happen is that same week, we're going to get an EX part, quote unquote, which will have like, I'm thinking mini Super Saiyan 4 Goku will drop in this spot for an EX part of the anniversary. Just like JP anniversary. Then I think September will be like a normal month. And at the end of September, we'll get like, whatever like the Tanabata quote unquote Dokkan Fest was. And then it replaces October, which kind of would make sense because of the fact that Heroes no longer exists. They did say that Tanabata is like a September celebration now, but I'm thinking like at the end of September, just because it's like, I mean, it's not like they don't do this for global, where it's like because on global, what they always used to do is they used to do the JP anniversary, or I guess I could say they used to do anniversary, then like a 2-week filler banner ish, and then they immediately followed with worldwide. But I think they're gonna space things out a little better, and we're gonna have again the end of August and September be normal months, and then October, essentially for the most part, will be like the Tanabata quote unquote celebration. The November normal month. Actually, November is when Heroes is. Actually, I'm stupid as hell, but still, you guys kind of see what I'm saying. Where I think October will be like Tanabata. So I think with that in mind, August 11th, like it is just a 2-week period. I think they'll drop just a Dokkan Fest banner here that doesn't have a part 2. They could also give it like, they could drop like the Peppy Gals banner. I guess they usually do something like that, but I feel like they would rather just drop a Dokkan Fest here. Like an EX part, at least this year. Maybe next year it wouldn't be an EX part, right? But it's the 10th anniversary year, so they might do something different there. So that's why I'm thinking like, again, mini Super Saiyan 4 Goku, mini Daima Vegeta returns on that banner. Gogeta will do Dragon Fist, and Omega will use a stench to blow up the earth. That's crazy. You put Omega in the middle because he will be the center of the celebration, having the best kid and a horrible team around him. Hopefully that's not true. You put in, oh, dude, okay. Look at the dedication, by the way. Hold up, wait, let me make sure. The OSC ended of the video. I made sure it's on looping. Yeah, dude, this is cool. You laminated them too. That's respect. That's super cool. Hopefully Omega's really good. Gogeta number 1 right here. AGL Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta animation is best in the game. Hopefully Omega starts as Sin or gets a different name, because we like seeing healthy enjoyment from everyone who's a fan of the character. That's true. Again, people who are like sacrifice this character so that the character could be good. Like, what about everyone be good? You know, that'd be better. I think that's nice. But yeah, I mean, we'll see what they do with Omega. It does suck though if he is really like, there's no way for him to link with the other Omegas. It hurts. It hurts him. Quite a bit. So I mean, we'll see exactly what happens. But yeah. Omega's Extreme SDR, Gogeta Super SDR, Gogeta's #1. Omega needs 5 other Shadow Dragons to have 90% reduction, guard, and 6 million defense turn 1. I mean, hey, this would be cool. It's just that we would need the free-to-play Shadow Dragons. I'd be down with that. But yeah, I'm probably just gonna end the video here. Not really much else to say at this point. It's kind of all speculation, and yeah, let me know what you guys are thinking. We'll be here tomorrow. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.